Here's a fact that most people don't want to hear. After the age of 60, your risk of dying from a preventable disease goes up sharply. According to the World Health Organization, more than two-thirds of all deaths in people over 60 are caused by chronic diseases, things like heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. But here's what's truly shocking: most of them could have been delayed or even prevented. It's not your age that's the real danger. It's the small daily habits, the ones you don't even think about anymore. If you're over 60, this isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about making sure those years are healthy, active, and yours to enjoy. Because the truth is, what you do today determines the body you wake up with tomorrow. And once the damage is done, it may be too late to undo. Now, let me tell you something I've seen again and again in my practice. It's not the big, dramatic moments that change someone's health the most. It's the small, quiet choices. The things you do, or don't do, every single day. I've had patients in their 80s walk into my office with more energy than people in their 50s. And when I ask them their secret, it's never a magic supplement or some fancy health plan. It's simple: they stayed curious. They paid attention. And they kept moving, mentally, physically, emotionally. I remember one woman, Mrs. Hayward. She was 79 when she started walking laps around her apartment every morning. Nothing extreme, just 10 minutes while the kettle boiled. She didn't wait for motivation or perfect weather. She just did it. And within a few months, her blood pressure came down, her joints hurt less, and most importantly, she felt like she had some control again. You see, your body is always listening to how you live. And the choices you make, even the ones that seem small, add up. They can either become your protection or your problem. That's why I want to talk to you today about something most people don't realize until it's too late: the silent drift into decline. It doesn't happen all at once. It starts with skipping a walk. Then letting your meals slide into more processed, sugary options. Maybe you stop sleeping as well. You sit more. You socialize less. And before you know it, your muscles weaken, your memory gets foggy, and your energy feels like it's been drained out of you. But here's the good news. That decline is not destiny. It's just a direction. And at any point, you can turn the wheel. Now, I know the world doesn't always make it easy. Health advice is everywhere, and most of it is either too vague or too extreme. Just eat healthy. Just exercise more. That's not helpful when your knees hurt and your energy's low and you're just trying to get through the day without feeling worse than yesterday. That's why we're going to keep this simple. Human. Practical. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through some gentle but powerful shifts you can make, starting today. Things that don't require a gym membership, a perfect diet, or a pile of new medications. Just awareness. Intention. And the belief that your health is still worth protecting, no matter your age. Because it is. And so are you. Let's start with something so simple, people often overlook it completely: how you breathe. I know, that might sound strange. But take a moment, just pause, and really feel your breath. Is it shallow? Rushed? Are you breathing from your chest, or from deep in your belly? Most older adults I talk to don't even realize that over time, stress, pain, and poor posture cause us to shift into quick, shallow breaths. And when that happens, our body starts thinking we're in danger, even when we're not. It keeps us stuck in survival mode. But deep, slow breathing actually tells your nervous system you're safe. It lowers blood pressure, calms the heart, improves digestion, and even helps with pain. That's not just talk. Harvard Health confirms this. Something as basic as 5 slow breaths, a few times a day, can lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and help your entire body function better. I once had a gentleman named Paul, 75 years old, widower, Vietnam vet, who came in for fatigue and sleep trouble. His labs were fine, but nothing felt right to him. So I asked him to try one small thing: sit outside for 10 minutes every morning, breathe deeply, and notice the sky. He thought it was silly. But 3 weeks later, he told me, "Doc, I'm sleeping better. My head feels clearer. I even started writing again. All from breathing and a little sunlight." It's not magic. It's just biology. When we breathe well, everything else works better. And speaking of things we do every day, let's talk about movement. Not exercise. Not working out. Just movement. See, your body was designed to move. Not just for survival, but for repair. When you move your joints, you bring in oxygen and nutrients. You clear out inflammation. You signal your brain that you're still in the game. Now, I get it. Some of you have arthritis. Or a bad back. Or you're tired before you even stand up. That's okay. I'm not asking you to train for a marathon. But what I am asking is this: don't give up on your body. It hasn't given up on you. Even small things matter. Standing up and sitting down from a chair 5 times. Stretching your arms when you wake up. Taking an extra lap around the house during commercials. These tiny movements are how we keep our independence. I had a patient named Loretta, 82 years old, sharp as a tack but terrified of falling. Her daughter bought her a small stepper and set it by her favorite chair. She'd use it during phone calls. 2 months later, Loretta told me she was finally brave enough to go to the grocery store alone again. That's the power of movement. It's not about burning calories. It's about saying, I still belong in this world. I still have strength in me. And you do. Now let's talk about something that too many older adults quietly struggle with: loneliness. And before you skip ahead thinking, that doesn't apply to me, I want to say this gently: you don't have to live alone to feel alone. You can be surrounded by people and still feel invisible. I've seen it in my clinic time and time again. What most people don't realize is that loneliness isn't just an emotional experience, it's a physical one. In fact, studies from the National Institute on Aging show that chronic loneliness can raise your risk of dementia by up to 40%, and it can be just as dangerous to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Let that sink in for a second. Not being seen, not being heard, not feeling connected, these things literally change your brain and your body. They increase inflammation. They weaken your immune system. They make pain feel worse. And here's the hard part: loneliness feeds on silence. The longer you stay disconnected, the harder it feels to reach out. I've had patients who told me they didn't want to burden anyone, so they just kept quiet. They waited for someone to call. And that wait, it got heavier with every day. So if you're listening to this right now and thinking, that's me, I want you to know something: there's nothing weak about needing people. You are not a burden. You're a human being. Connection doesn't have to be complicated. It can start with something as simple as joining a walking group at the park, calling an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, or just saying hello to your neighbor when you get the mail. I had a woman, Dolores, 84, widowed twice, who started volunteering one afternoon a week at the local library, restocking returned books. She told me, I didn't go for the books. I went because for the first time in years, someone asked me how my day was. Sometimes that's all we need. A chance to matter to someone again. So let me say this clearly: you matter. Your story matters. Your presence makes a difference. And if you're already well connected, beautiful, keep showing up for others. One small call, one visit, one shared memory, it might be the thing that keeps someone else going. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one more thought. One that I share often with my patients, not as a doctor, but as a fellow human being trying to make sense of time. We spend so much of our lives looking after others. Raising children. Working jobs. Taking care of sick parents. Showing up for neighbors, friends, even strangers. And somewhere along the way, we start to forget that our own care matters too. I've had people tell me, "Oh, it's too late for me." Or, "I don't want to be a burden." But let me be clear, it's never too late to choose yourself. To say, I deserve to feel better. Not perfect. Not younger. Just better. Better rested. Better nourished. Better connected. Better cared for. Because when you feel better, you live better. You think more clearly. You move with more confidence. You smile more often. And people around you feel it, too. So wherever you are right now, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I want you to know this. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are still in the middle of your story. And there is still time to make the next chapter a beautiful one. Start with one small thing today. Maybe it's standing up and stretching your arms. Maybe it's going outside and breathing in the morning air. Maybe it's calling someone you've been meaning to check on. Whatever it is, do it with the quiet confidence that your health is worth the effort. You don't have to change everything at once. Just one thing. Then tomorrow, another. That's how health works. That's how healing happens. And I'll be here to walk with you every step of the way. If you find this helpful, give it a thumbs up. If not, type 0 in the comments, but if it helps, let us know by typing 1. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-saving health tips.